Hello, 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 welcome back to the continuing adventures of Shadowblade as he sneaks through the dungeon. That's better. Where last we left off, I was plowing through the Orcish Mines and... Is this where we left off? Could have sworn we did more of the Orcish Mines. What the hell is going on? Hang on a second. Okay, you know what it is? I probably just got confused because I thought that we had started the Orcish Mines last time, but really what we had done is we had taken out that orc fort last time. Right, and that's why I felt like we'd already cleared much stronger enemies than floor 1 of the orc fort. You, sir, are gonna die. Okay, so there's named uniques on this floor too. Man, Orc 1 is proving to be more challenging than I anticipate Orc 3 will, by a lot. Go ahead and get you all confused up, and then we'll just stab you. And you. And with Doan, you pretty much can be guaranteed that Dueso will be somewhere. He woke up literally the same turn that I approached, which is just bad luck. Though with all this mess going on around him, I'm sure somebody else must have hit him. I'm just keeping a general cloud of confuzzle going on here. Until, of course, the inevitable smite. God damn it. Just get out of range. I don't want to be smitten again. Just get a skeleton up and get out. Okay, so fighting is almost at 2 bucklers. No bucklers have been located. Just finish stabbing these things to death and then keep going. Oh, there you are. You seem pissed off because your friend is dead. Boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know what. Well, you can go and meet him in the afterlife. How's that? Let's see, am I not generous? Am I not generous? Apple. I left a ration somewhere lying around. Just, never mind. We'll go grab it some other time. I don't want to use up royal jellies when I'm not getting the benefits that they come with. Oh, you know something? One of the curse effects I got, or the mutation effects I got, was a minus percentage to my health total, I believe. Yeah, minus 10% HP. So that's actually probably a good part of why I'm doing so badly health-wise. Get some free stabs in. Free stabs. Got the troll too, making this the 4th troll not to leave a hide this game at least. Pretty sure that's it. Also, the dragon didn't leave a hide earlier. I don't think anything has left me a hide. Okay, now they're starting to wake up. So, switch to plan B, which involves mass confusion and stabbing as a result. Lots of life to give. What is that code letter for? Regen J. Let's move that to X. For the moment at least, I don't have anything on my X, and that is pretty much the context I use X in, a self buff that needs to be on for a period of time. The beauty of using regeneration when you have no health, like low health, is that you get such a massive percentage of your health back so rapidly. The downside is that you get your health back so rapidly because you don't have any. So even at max health, you're pretty vulnerable. Definitely want to get to the sorcerer if possible, but since I couldn't, we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Now that the priority target is out, I can worry about all the riffraff that are surrounding me. I am in no small part grateful for the Ring of Shaolin. It has made this run much more doable, much more possible, much more entertaining. Because it was like I got a few level advantage in terms of my dodging skill early on, and a higher overall skill ceiling because I'm still benefiting from it. Oh, god damn you, goddamn thrower. Give me a repel missiles. This guy's pelting me from range and it's getting me nervous. Okay, there we go. I can voluntarily enter the cloud. Now that they're all dead, it's just pretty straightforward to stab the lower orcs. Raise a few more bodies. Oh, come on, there's gotta be corpses. There we go. Corpses, corpses. That's sufficient. Just like having a few meat bodies. Always nice. Should probably pick up Summon Imp, to be honest. You never know when you're gonna want a guy to just help build a one-space barrier between you and something that's chasing you. I'll tell you this, it happens more often than I'd care for, and more often than you'd think. That's all of you. Enter the cloud. Yes, just enter the damn cloud. Make sure it stays up, too. I'll kill the warg. I'll kill you. And you. And you. Okay. This is floor 2. Going pretty well thus far. Orcs aren't worth much experience, so I'm going to actually turn fighting off pretty soon. Like as soon as it hits the next tier. I hope fighting goes up when I bind myself in a weapon and shield. Or bind myself with shield. I don't want to be bound in weapon, to be completely honest. I want to have my weapon hand free so that I can switch it off to Confusing Touch whenever it's more beneficial that way. Oh wow, where did you come from? Getting out of your way. Setting up the Confuse and... oh, yes. Rocker. Okay, with that done, we can get rid of the fighting ability. Not because it's not useful and I'm not eventually going to turn it back on or anything, it's just for the time being, especially when you take it in the greater context of having minus 10% health, I'd probably need to raise fighting up 4 or 5 levels before I even start seeing return on investment. Like, I got 1 health, and it's taken me the entire time I was working on the orc problem. I'll go back to it eventually. Interdimensional caravan. That's good news, where I has money and I want to spend it. There. I can totally reach that spot. Southeast we go. Okay. This makes things a little more complicated. Double sorcerer, double priest, with flanking enemies. I'm going to take my chances on not getting to go to the interdimensional caravan. Get out some mass confusion. And just play it safe. That isn't even the interdimensional caravan. That's the interdimensional caravan. New direction. Plotted. Is there a way through? There is a way through. Okay, let's see if I can make it around. You guys shut up and leave me alone. Out we get. Alright, what do you got for me? Cursed -4 robe. I don't need to read any further than that. Several wands of various stripes. And while I don't know them all, none of them interest me. Couple scrolls of various stripes. I should take all of the remove curses if I don't have anything better to do. Cold, random effect, digging. I don't mind taking a new dig wand until I have a dig spell of my own. Because I don't know how many are left in this guy. It's probably worth IDing just to know. It's actually 7. That's quite a few. I don't want this wand of draining. It's just a hassle. I'm never going to use it. I don't like draining my targets anyway. I don't have curse armor. Yeah, I don't have any curse armor scrolls. So all of the scrolls of remove curse I'm taking right now. And hell, it's cheap enough that I'll take the cursed jewelry scroll too. There are no spells that I need forgotten urgently. How am I doing with amnesia overall this game? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 available in the main dungeon without assist. And 71 gold is... just pick it up. Who cares? Just pick one up. Okay. I am going to sink some reasonable money into a second dig wand, because I have already been able to use the one I have to great effect to keep me alive and to get me good stuff. I could get a Wand of Fire, but I don't want to. Also, apparently that's already been identified. Yeah, okay, so no biggie. Let's get out of here. That's this was not a very exciting bazaar after all. Had a lot more potential than it had actual use. In the meantime, we're gonna go back the way we came so that we move through the least amount of unknown, and hopefully cross paths with what we cleared out, which is exactly what's happening. Okay, good. Let's go back to the enemies we ignored earlier. Stab, stab, freeze, stab, stab, freeze, freeze, stab, freeze, stab. Okay. Hey you, warg. Die. You know how I said floor 1 was probably going to be harder than floor 3 at this rate? I was wrong. Floor 3 is plenty difficult. It includes orc sorcerers in bundles with demons that are immune to my shit. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't want to die. Let's turn on regen. Try and get an orcish stab off, or trollish stab off. Number 5 or 6 troll, still with no corpse, or hide I should say. Had a corpse, I think, didn't have a hide. You can almost certainly drown in fire. Oh my god, he's not walking. Could it be that he's too smart to kill himself? Well, he's not smart enough to avoid being, you know, stabbed to death, but wow. Poison mutation, resist poison would have been great, but now that I have okay, just looking at these, quite frankly, two things jump out at me. Resist mutation is not a bad idea because I will need it eventually. I don't need it now, however, and I can hold off on it for a little while. +5 to evade is slightly less than the best you can possibly get in a non-artifact, which is +6 IRC. And of course Shaolin is an artifact, which is why I'm not counting it. So, let's go ahead and do this, just so that I can have the most ridiculously dodgy character ever. 48 evade. Also, until further notice, this is going to be the best setup, so we can curse that on. Seriously bound, that's going to help. Also, just poly bonuses to all of my magics. Should have maxed out EH by now. No, it's still not maxed? The hell? What is my ice at? 6.8? Okay, then just keep boosting hexes a little until it maxes. I should be studying 4 things, and I am. Good. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. I see yet another troll, which just to my mind means yet another chance to not get what I want. $5 says I get there, and then for some reason I've forgotten that, oh, you can't even wear troll leather armor. You're a Spriggan or something like that. Oh, unaffected? Well, then never mind. You're affected. You're affected. You're afflicted. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that I was being attacked. Well, you're dead. And I'm going to... Oh, I can't unwield my dagger. That's unfortunate. I would like to unwield it to pick up my Staff of Abjuration and do what that would do. I will come back for the troll. For the moment, I'm just going to retreat to safe ground and turn on regen so that it truly is safe. I'm safer. Molly Schaefer. Okay, finish him. You don't even know I'm here, so I'll just catch you off guard and rip you open with a dagger. It's lovely to not have to upgrade your weapon for as long as I don't have to upgrade my weapon and still be this potent. Double smite is always too concerning to ignore. Honestly, at this point I should actually... I was seriously considering just doing a heal, except for the fact that I would still be in range of the double smite. You guys keep following me, please. Okay, and that's yet another no corpse leaving bastard. Struggle to resist my ass. Die! That's better. Any bodies? You know, there's a side reason why I keep raising skeletons, and that is that I've already witnessed a couple orc sorcerers, so I know that they've got the capability of raising the dead, and the last thing I want is a horde of unstabbable zombies that I have to contend with. I can make them all march through fire. It's not like I can't handle it. It's just yet another thing to limit my mobility, and when I'm a mobile stabber, I'm relying on my ability to predict the battlefield and evade and escape as needed. 48 evade, holy crap. EH. Still not maxed? That's fine. We'll keep working on the spell power. Okay. So yeah, floor 3 definitely had more going on than floor 1 did. Credit where it's due though, this is not uninteresting. Making me rush to a bazaar while simultaneously putting me in front of enemies that doing so might get me killed against. Very clever. And this little spiral pattern must have taken forever to make in ASCII, so again, props. It's pretty. It's also nice how if I didn't have Ashanzari, I wouldn't know whether I was going to see good or bad at any given turn. Actually, Ashanzari also reveals that there's more to it than meets the eye. Because, you know, without this seeing through walls thing I've got going on, I wouldn't have known I was leaving behind treasure if I didn't dig deeper. Okay, it finally hit. The mutation, now that I'm wearing double evade, that saps me of my strength, is sapping me of my strength. I'm going to eat a real jelly to fix it, but first I'm going to finish digging all this out. Because treasure is treasure. And I need to pay for my shopping spree somehow. It's got to be a good way to open both of these at once, but if there's not, there's always the bad way. Okay, that's just a patch of gold, it's not worth it. Okay, I got weakened twice, so now I do need to royal jelly it up. And I still have restore abilities available, it's not like I can't handle it in a pinch. Although I really should consider lowering my overall weight so I can sustain 1 point of strength damage pretty comfortably. Fanar. Can I reach him? That's the question. Nope, I cannot. And he's of course going to be immune to ice. I mean, he's Fanar. But that doesn't mean he's immune to confusion. Not even mildly interested. Stab you to death, stab you to death. Get you both in that confuse. And that's all of you. Next floor. And I have left behind many of the possible sub-branches above me. So sue me. I'm just trying to have a good time. And that involves getting down to the deeper areas as fast as possible, and so I can really enjoy killing things. Just wake all of you guys up. Now that I'm not so alone. Yeah, because these guys, quite frankly, are pathetic individually. Oh, enter the cloud, enter the cloud. Stab, stab. Clear. Oh man, you woke up. And there's no way I'm going to reach the Orc Knight from this side. That side, on the other hand, got him. The skeleton damn near killed me by waking up the enemy that I had just put to sleep and needed to kill in one turn. Okay, I've got a line of dogs following me out, so I'm going to take care of the dogs. Once upon a time I remarked that being in melee with 3 wargs was too much, but now with my current stats and my evade, it isn't, because they barely can hit me on a good day. Just cut you up. Man, 7 magic darts to take 1 orc down. That's still pretty pathetic. I guess I haven't even maxed the spell power on magic dart, though. I've done so little work on my main magic school. Or on typical magic schools. Yeah, staying in range of a guy with a ranged weapon who has something to tank for him is a bad idea. When am I gonna get that cure mutation potion? That's really what I'm holding out for right now. I consider 10% minus HP to be one of the worst things. It isn't, but for me it's one of the worst things because it makes me do stupid things. Having more health gives me more ability to manage when I make mistakes. And yet training a Spriggan with -2 or 3 to his fighting score. Oh, come on, baby. Okay. That right there is a good example of doing stupid things. Let's just get out of here. Let them fight each other a little bit. That's a nice big blanket of confusion. I'll just get out of the way. Let them do their thing. When they filter out, then I'll start taking them on. I should have just fired Mephitics into the rooms. That's instead of trying to be like, oh, let's go walk in there and stab them. Because, you know, even if they don't wake up right away, they're pretty much guaranteed going to wake up. And once they do, now you're in the middle of a room full of them. Way to break it, hero. Repel missiles should keep me alive a bit longer against their projectile attacks. Regen means that I don't have to back away that far. Get that confusion up. And start finishing off the actual damage sources behind it. Excellent. Okay. I count a lot of resible bodies. And I'm totally just stalling out right now to try and get my mana back while they try and find me futilely because I'm so damn quiet. I could probably walk into a room wearing a giant red banana suit, and they'd be like, huh, I wonder what the banana suit is doing walking with nothing inside it, because they would still not see me. Alright, glowing cloaks are definitely a positive. It's worth checking out. Wand of Hasting I already have, Wand of Digging I already have 2 of. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that shop alone rather than burn a lot of money on it. So ID me. I don't have any unID'd items. Oh, these got ID'd when I picked them up. And it is in fact a preservational cloak, one of my favorite types. I could pick up an MR cloak, but as a Spriggan I should have such a high, very resistant inherently, that it's not necessarily that useful. Preservation, on the other hand, is just one of my favorite brands, even if it's not the most useful. So, ditching stuff that's here just for ballast. And just getting to work cutting up on things. Remove curse. I want to uncurse my cloak. Kind of want to uncurse my left-hand ring just because I feel like having a swap ring slot is just good forward thinking. And not doing that is bad forward thinking. Yeah. I really want to do that. I'll curse an amulet on later, is what I'll do. Besides, I have full experience right now. It's not like I'm gaining more experience and getting gifts or anything. Or doing anything that would burn through my experience. So that just gave me a massive AC boost of 4 because I'm not wearing a negative robe anymore, or armor anymore, so thank God for that, as well as a decent ability boost. I could go Dwarven Cloak. Let's actually check out how that helps. It's the same, just, you know, do you prefer Preservation or MR? Actually, one question. You feel resistant to hostile enchantments. feel incredibly resistant to hostile enchantments is with magic resistance. Fair enough. And without it, you just feel very resistant. So there is still a reasonable chance of being abyssed without an MR source. Might behoove me to pick up a ring of MR at some point. In fact, is that a ring I presently have? No. If I find the ring of MR, it might be a nice idea to pick that up and just have it as a swap ring. Losing weight on account of the strength loss. Let's drop this. No, don't drop a dagger of distortion on the floor full of orcs. What are you, psychotic? I forgot to uncurse my weapon. Oh, that's a big oversight. I needed to uncurse my weapon. No matter. I'll do that in a second. Let's drop 2 scrolls of remove curse and pray over them and see what I get. Curse armor and curse weapon. Perfect. We're going to uncurse my weapon. And we are going to recurse my armor. And the armor I choose to curse on is... I want to curse the cloak, because I know I like that. But here's the truth. You curse the cloak, you can't change the robe underneath it. So it's as if you cursed both on at once. So you might as well curse the robe, just in case you change your mind about the cloak. And then you can curse the cloak later. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get rid of a scroll of enchant weapon 2. And then get rid of what the hell? What's the point of having it if I don't use it? I'm just going to drink the restore abilities. I could probably manage without, but I don't want to. Alright, this time I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. Mass confusion. Mass confusion. Fire the doors. And anybody who's stupid enough to come through the doors, we ice him. By ice, I mean in Source will hibernate. Okay, he's unaffected, which means he's cheating. Or wearing resist cold, probably the latter. Because I know I didn't EH him before. Either that or the fire immediately woke him up or something. Whatever the reason, he's dead. Easily resists. And just mass confusing over and over. Just to make sure. Actually, we should go into the lower chamber. Because it still has orcs that are worth fighting. And there we go. Okay, that's a whole big pile of dead orcs. Big whole pile of dead orcs. Ooh, interesting. Saber of Speed could be a really good follow-up stabbing weapon, rather than using a dagger of the same. Scroll of Telly is never a bad idea. Scroll of Curse Armor is a nice, cheap necessity for me, as is a Scroll of Curse Jewelry. Potion of Heal Wounds, do I have one? I have a stack of 4 and a stack of 5, so I'm not in any rush to buy an extra. An 825 gold piece ring, probably a valuable one, but it's un-ID'd, so I'm not gonna figure out what it is now. I'll figure out what it is later. That was a very well-armed orc to drop so much stuff like that. What is this? Oh yeah, baby! A quick blade of Wotois! Quick blades are among the best weapons in the game. They're for a stabber. Unfortunately, it's an artifact quick blade, so I can't enchant it up to 9/9 or anything awesome like that. It's also going to cost all of my available money, pretty much. But what it lacks in coolness in that sense, it makes up for by giving me resist flame and being flame branded, which is pretty friggin' sweet. I'm going to pick it up along with this curse armor. Oh, I'm one short. Oh well, I guess I'll just get the quick blade then. And now that I just unbound my hand, blindingly fast attack speed. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get some of my... The other fun part about having a blindingly fast quick blade is I can potentially, on any enemy, sorry, with a firebrand, I'm dealing enough damage that even if I don't stun or disable a relatively low-powered enemy, there's still a fairly good chance I can just attack him a few times and kill him before he even gets a turn, which is nice. I'm probably going to have to hold out till much later in the game before I get a quick blade of my own that I can really pump up. But the truth is that actually kind of works for me. Wield nothing. Confusing touch. Punch him in the face. Wield something. Stab him. It was very fun. Uh-oh. I just walked right into that, didn't I? You know what? I'm just gonna run away. Yeah, there's no reason to have to fight this guy. Just to get horribly stat drained. So, that's the clearing of the orc lair. It's cleared. It went pretty well. I managed to get a few new pieces of stuff. I didn't pull off the correct set of... I ended up wasting, quite frankly, a few recurse opportunities. But that's okay, on account of I now have enough curse scrolls that I can afford to make such mistakes a couple times. I don't know if I found a buckler in the end, and I still need one. So he fell asleep and was woken up by the mass of douchebags I had that didn't... Just Mephitic Cloud him until he goes down, please. He's got a high enough hit dice that this could take a very long time. Okay, maybe he's also Okay, this time I'm just gonna give him his space. And now that he's lost me, I'll come back for him. Okay, it looks like the stone giant just up and flew the coop. I'm really in need of a good level 6 disable spell. I haven't found either a ring of invisibility or a cloak of the same. I need one of those. Or a spell. Anything that would let me go invisible would be nice. Easily resists. Ah, for the love of Pete. Idiots woke him up. Oh well, yeah, we'll just bludgeon him as a group and then he'll die. Off we go! And I should probably, on my way out, pay lip service to looking around the rest of these floors. Just auto-fight my way through it. I have a quick blade of fire, you idiots. 2 tiers of RF. How you gonna deal with that, seriously? And how do I stand in his eyes? Slightly bound. That's good enough. As long as I'm not draining experience, I'm happy. Okay, that's that for now. Thank you all for watching. Thus far, I have cleared out the lair and the orc mines. Therefore, I consider this a successful completion of, like, early mid-game. I can work on getting further on, or I can just leave it be for now, though probably I'm going to continue playing him. I have a ridiculously high evade score. My dodging, stealth, and stabbing triumvirate continues to get trained up well. I don't think I've found a buckler to start training bucklers. I have not, but eventually I will. So until next time, I will see you guys later next time.